Okay, good morning everyone. Sorry we're a little bit late. Gonna refresh my playback and make sure the sound is working properly. Hey, it works. Thank God. Had to restart my computer a couple of times. There have been some issues, so things may not immediately be working correctly. Anyways, last stream I said that we were going to be working on World of Tanks. That's kind of gotten scrapped because I finished the coal power plant in my off time. Now all I need to do is turn it on, which I wanted to do on stream. And possibly get some more hub objectives done, or at least get started on properly utilizing some of the iron that is in my normal spot, the spot I showed a couple weeks ago. Trying to remember which compass direction that is from where we are now. I think it's north of where we are now. God, I forget. Anyway, hopefully everything works. I think that my normal play screen works with Satisfactory, so I'm going to hit that button and then hit continue and just kind of hope the playback catches up. Everything is working. This is awesome. It's taking a moment to boot up. The other issue is I may have to run out for a moment in case a package comes for a member of my family. So if you hear my voice get like quieter, it's probably because I'm looking around or something. So here's what we got. There's your coal power plant. Now, ideally, what I would have wanted, because our coal comes from that miner over there, around the belt, hits that divider, and then goes into 4 separate power plants each. What I would have wanted would be a way to cut the belt there at that lift and have a coal storage specifically for those 4. And then this belt is only going to feed that, so that would also be beneficial. Did I ever make... No, don't enough. Not that that particularly matters. And then over here, we've got 4 separate bioreactors. I did indeed cut that wire, so this chunk of power system is entirely isolated. Down there you've got 3 water pumps. Excuse me for a moment, I gotta close out a little menu thing that popped up. Okay, so now the only thing left to do is chop my things here. Yep, throw that in there, throw that in there, throw that in there, and throw that in there. Then this should be enough power, hopefully, to get us started. Okay. Okay. Water pumps are going. That's a lift Mark II. That's a lift Mark II. Pretty sure I checked all the belts. I'm just gonna like touch them just in case. Yeah, they're all Mark II up to there, and that's the point at which they really only need to be Mark II. Eventually, once I get the awesome sink up and running, and I get the holes in the floor type thing, I'll rewire a few things. But for now, this will do. And you've got coal splitting off over into those 4 already, so yep, we've got power. And I am hoping that these, I'm hoping that these are capable of throttling themselves a little bit. That way my storage crate does in fact build up a backlog of material. But just in case that is not what happens, I'm going to make 2 separate miners. Go into my hand. Like that. Okay, so this should tell us. Okay, yeah, everything there seems to be working. Put that on standby, put that on standby, put that on standby, and put that on standby. So our production is at 600, our consumption is at 73. And our fluid buffers, well, they're not exactly building up a whole lot of material, but they're not really supposed to be. Yeah, it's going to get a little bit loud over here. Yeah, we're getting 1 coal, like, as it's expiring. Just in case that didn't catch what I said. We're getting 1 coal as it's expiring, so it's not exactly running as quickly as I would like, but these belts can't go any quicker. So I'm going to use these miners that I put down. Now, I won't have to do that too much. I only really want to do it like 1 more time so that there is definite backlog building up. This is producing at 120, it's spitting out at 120. Yeah. And then that power net goes all the way back to my base. So I'm gonna grab that, grab that. Throw some of that there. Yeah, it's doing the There was a there's a dip here, so somewhere it's not quite processing how I would typically want it to. Yep, there we had 2 shut off. And that's kind of dangerous if we get the piping running. Might actually not even be building up any kind of backup because there's nothing to really build up. Yeah, we're not producing enough coal. Still doing that. So I supplied all of them with coal. And yet they're still flickering off. Why? What is wrong? Everything's getting water. Oh, some are getting more water. You're not supposed to get more water anyways. logistics. So that should solve that issue. Yeah, because we don't have a valve yet. Has that stabilized our water issue? Seems like it might have. And now we just hope that this doesn't break everything. Oh no, we're still well in the clear. And then in here, I've just got a couple of bags of concrete, which is fine. These can stay here. And then we come up onto this nifty little ledge. Hiya, big guy. I wish I had the zip line, but that doesn't come until later. I mean, the only good thing about this particular track is that I have not run into any spiders. Although there is that. Hi boys, how's it going? Yep, later. Now we have all the power we need. Our copper facilities are producing more wire, which is excellent. Because we're going to need a lot more of that. And then over here, we've got our steel facility, or not steel. We've got our iron facilities that are producing ever more parts. Automation is beautiful. Now we just need to bank an awesome sink. Which requires 10 more reinforced plates, which I do not have. But also that is fine. Because... Okay, tier 2 jump pads, we don't really need those. Vehicular transport. Don't terribly need those. We are going to need steel production. But blueprints. Blueprints are amazing, but we need steel production in order to get that. So that's just not happening. Then for this, we also need steel. Yeah, there's your Mark II. There's power storage. And you've got hypertubes. So I definitely need to work on basic steel production. Something else we could work on, at least. I haven't found any of them yet. Ooh, we can get this. So now we can make Caterium ingots.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New Caterium research
there's your
available.
zip line. Okay, so I need 50 Caterium ingots, which I definitely don't have enough for. Yeah. I could probably scan... I don't think there's any Caterium nearby. I think the closest is over on that ridge. Okay, so it's not the closest, but it's one of two closest. Doesn't particularly save me anything. And then mycelia, that needs stators. That's a hand equipment slot. That's a parachute. I mean, I could make the fabric and then have the parachute, but that doesn't really go anywhere. I haven't found any mushrooms yet. And for quartz, I don't think the 29 stuff I have is going to make that. So let's just ignore that for now, and then black powder, yeah. I do want to make the nobelisks, though. Oh. These have their own tree. Yeah, and then these are going to be power slugs, I'm betting. Okay. Actually, before I go running over there, I want to make sure... So I can make 100 something of them, 150. Yeah, I can make plenty. Always want to make sure you can make plenty of foundations. Although, yeah, you know, if we're going to make a Mark II in the near future with steel, I'm going to go back over here. I'm just going to stay in this local area for a minute. Although I will find That's not iron, that's copper, isn't it? Ooh, it is iron. Okay, I need one of my portable miners. Just put my iron ore into there. So if I get steel production, I would need to route coal in. The nearest coal is up there? Over there. Yeah, these are the coal nodes that I passed by when I was trying to get to the water some time ago. Okay, no one's here. Sorry. Gotta keep making sure that I'm not missing that package. Before I go over there, I should make 3 portable miners. That way I can put down things. My brain has not been properly working lately. I blame tiredness and stress, so please forgive me for being scatterbrained. Oh fuck. That was a frame drop. Oh hey look, another iron. It's neat. I'm tempted to grab you. I probably will grab you. I'm definitely grabbing that one. Because there's a blue one right here. Yoink!
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fixit production line efficiency. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay, this is a normal node. Yeah, like the other thing that I might... Okay, so if I build my network... That's copper, that's limestone. Yeah, I'll build it facing west. Those are 2 normal nodes. What about you a pure? You're a normal. I'm gonna climb on top of this so that I can direct it better. Slap a merger. Belt is too long. Yep. How does that look? That actually does not look too bad. I mean, it is kind of interesting how it just kind of wings around, so I might just do a normal default thing here. Oh yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. That as like a post marker. See, every time it loses track, I'm gonna like make another one. You go up to here at least. Build that up a tiny bit before it'll track properly. Belt is too long. Fucking great. Not the worst conveyor I've ever made. Okay. Ooh, that actually does track a lot further out now. Yeah, it's mostly straight. I just want to like check our progress here. Okay, so we're reaching over here so far. And there's our belt. Slowly snaking this way. Rising and falling over the hills. Ah, my god, what the hell's happening? Okay, so it wants to align there. But I need to get on top of this rock because I like to avoid clipping issues. That's like my big thing. My personal big thing. I want to avoid clipping. And I know that all of this is going to have to be changed over to another grade of belt. Oh yeah, that's pretty damn straight. Yeah, probably should have made that like one higher. Turn it north here, we're just going to run into that rock. I need more iron plates. I didn't even realize. Shit. But can I throw the power slug into here? Yep. Now we've got overclocking, and then we've got
This
power
semi-slug, now
shards
dubbed Power
and
Slug,
scannable.
is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
It's interesting to know they're adding a like lore and backstory to these things.
Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
That gives us a bunch of reinforced plate, which is good because we're going to need all of that. How's our we're having problems. I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that a little bit. Actually got an idea. It's not a good idea, but it's an idea. Hang on. Hang on. It's still tuned to coal, right? That way. Nope, not that way. That way? Well, the power network comes from over here, so we're going to have to zip this way more. Yeah, I've still got more than enough parts for a rotor, or not a rotor, hydro pump. More deuterium? Excellent! It's not going to help me make what I need to make, but something. Apparently we're a little bit off center. Hey, some quartz. Okay, so my idea... So this network here is supposed to be taking 300. I think, if I remember correctly. So if I network that so that it can only pump that way. Yeah, because see right now it's starting to pump up to the right. That hooks up there, hooks up there. Okay, I gotta kind of hope here. Like a bypass. Oh, that bypass didn't work. But again, we seem to have fixed our water power issues. And then that whole thing is a Mark II up to there, so that should fix everything. Tell you what, though, I'm not looking forward to encountering the spiders in this game. The spiders are fucking nasty. Okay. Oh, that was a big boy, wasn't he? You know, maybe I won't go for that sphere. That's just fine. I can afford to not get that. That's perfectly acceptable. I'm actually going to dismantle the last section over here because I'm not sure it was built to maximum distance. Is that a full right angle? No, it starts to switch back on itself. Yeah, that's about as close as you're gonna get. Yeah, it ain't perfect. I think my mistake was trying to use the control key back there. It's fine, I can fix it. Don't like how that's floating there, but you know, I think I'm just going to leave it at this point. And then I at least need to make it seem halfway like I'm trying to make steel organized. And really, I suppose I could take that back to here-ish. Eliminate the need for those bits. Right, and yeah, we don't have what we need for steel yet because we need to make that. So I know I'm going to need rods and screws for rotors. Mod frames, I think it's rods and steel plate. The reinforced plates. I'm taking some of this anyways. That. That's 71. I mean, the good news is we're most of the way there. This is where my original power station was, but we don't need any of that anymore. Crafting bench. Mod frames. Okay, we can make 50. I think we need exactly 50. And they're made 2 at a time, so this is good. Already built most of them. Oh, we had a couple of spares, it seems. Well, we're going to hold on to those spares. I think we're going to run out of rods first. I think rods are currently our limiting factor. And then once it ticks over to 10 o'clock, we're going to jump into Skull and Bones and see about doing some of that new stuff. Okay, right. Over here, drop 50. Drop 500. We need a stack of 500 of concrete and wire. And then I need the parts for rotors, which are rods and screws. taking 2. Because why not? Violet, I have had too many bots in here advertising art. So I'm not saying that you're a bot. What I am saying is that I've had too many in here advertising art and I am not currently interested. No. So if you're a real person, I apologize. If you are a bot, kindly fuck off. And that's the unfortunate thing. I can't tell the difference. At this point, it's like 50-50, generally. But the more people come in here advertising artwork, the more I'm inclined to believe that more and more of them are bots. So I apologize, kind of. But at the same time, like, I understand it yeah, I can't English. It may be hard to get out there and make a commission, but yeah, probably not something you want to do in the middle of chat. And now I need screws and rods so that I can make more rotors. That's making those. That's getting put into there. Screws. Grab a stack of them. Have you made any more? 8. That's 8 more that I don't have to make. I'm gonna grab 3 stacks of rods. How many is gonna make? Only 32. I think our limit here is screws. However, that 32 should bring us pretty close. Okay, so we need about 35 more. I should have plenty of screws left over, right? Oops, couldn't quite make that jump. I'll just take all of them. This is fine. Can I slide up? Oh, that was nice. Right, so when that reaches 50, we should be good. Okay, you're clearly a bot. You're getting banned. Hasta luego. See, I would put it in follower mode, but I feel like that's a problem more than it's a solution. Do that, do that, do that, do that. And big red button!
Milestone reached. Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix It and humanity is relying on you.
Basic steel. And then blueprints. Convenient to have, don't currently need it. Logistics level 3. That is extremely useful. And so is the expanded power. But in order to get expanded power, we need this. So the two things I need to work on are Logistics 3 and Advanced Steel. I'm probably going to get Logistics 3 first. Purely because seems slightly easier. Alright, so 4590. That's 135, isn't it? But that is 180. So I would need an impure iron and that other coal. But that's mostly fine? Hang on, I want to see if I can get the rotors that I need. Oh, that's here. Ah! I want to see what the production rate is for steel. Okay, so it's 1-to-1. Oh, I say 1-to-1. Okay. So the next step on the line is from this into beams. $45, $45, $90. What's 30? So something's going to be underclocked. 20 and 15. So if I do 2 beams, that's 120 into 30. Yeah, so I'll do 2 beams and 2 pipes. Which should be everything. And that'll have to suffice for now in terms of production ability. Okay, I want to make the foundries here-ish. Yeah, that works. Constructor there. Beam, beam, pipe, pipe. And then, like I said, that's 60. That should eat all of the steel that we're going to be producing. It's a little bit tighter than I would have wanted, but you know, it'll work. It'll figure itself out. It'll be fine. And then we're going to need storage containers. Up there. Up there. And then I could probably put an awesome sink here. So that it can split off some of the product. I want to see if I have enough space for an idea. I want to see... It's a stupid idea. I want to see if I have enough space for it. Okay, step 1. We need a conveyor merger about here. Is that good? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so that's not going to be enough. Going to move these. Yeah, that's in the way. Apparently the sink is too big. Okay. So, this might seem kind of dumb. Okay, we're going to have... First thing to get on top of this thing so I can actually build properly. Okay. Going to have a merger. That merger is going to spit stuff out that way. And then we're going to have a splitter. Should be enough. Now that splitter is going to shoot stuff off partially that way. It's also going to have an offshoot on the right into another merger. So that makes a double back type loop. That should be about in line. It is good. Followed by a splitter. That should be about in line. It is good. Merger, that should be about in line. It is good. And then that merger is going to go right into the awesome sink. Alright, been going for a little bit over an hour. I'm going to save here. This is number 4. Quit the main menu while I start pushing buttons. We are going to swap over to Skull and Bones for the last hour, hour and a half, because I have today off and I need to stay up for a moment to make sure packages arrive or don't arrive, or someone is here to receive that. So we're going to go back to the launch screen. Give it a moment to do its thing. Hopefully I'm not going to mess too much with stuff. Do a little catchy. Okay, buttons. Wrong screen for buttons. Edit stream info. There it is. Please ignore the sounds for Opera GX. Thank you. Okay, so Skull and Bones. There should have been an update for this. So the last Ubisoft Connect. The last leg of the story should be out. If this has to update, it's probably going to end up being a minor AFK thing, but hopefully everything works. Fuck. Bata? Gotta make sure all the things work. And for some reason Ubisoft logged me out, so that's always fun. It's booting up, seems to be normally. Hello, Lisa. I'm doing good. We just got done with some Satisfactory stuff. working on making a factory there, getting steel production. And now we're going into Skull and Bones to check out the update and see what they added to the story. Also to see if I can probably get some parts to upgrade one of my brigantines. Or at least fight the pest a couple of times. I wish in Skull and Bones specifically, they changed some of the codex entries so that they include loot boxes or bosses that you can kill to get specific weapons and upgrades and stuff. How's the experience about Satisfactory? Experience so far is pretty good. I haven't gotten to too much stuff that they have changed. Why is this not capturing the game? So yeah, Satisfactory just entered 1.0. It's been in early access for quite a while, and if you've played early access, not much in the early part of the game has changed. Some of the later stuff has, or rather, quite a bit of the later stuff has. They added several higher forms of technology, and they changed around the MAM, which is MAM Research Station. They changed around a couple of that. Your friend suggested to the... Yeah. I cannot English today. Your friend suggested to you the game, so you're collecting reviews. Yeah, Satisfactory is a great experience. If you're into crunching numbers and optimizing things and just... You can make it as messy or as clean as you want. Apparently my stream thing doesn't want to capture Skull and Bones, so I am going to swap to a different screen, which should work. Things are trailing behind a little bit, so there we go. An omen from the east. Locals whisper a beast from the heavens. I'm wondering if that is, like, the boss returning. Because that is not a particularly new thing. The Flaming Fury. And I've, of course, got the Grand Game thing. Ooh, Jester's Fleet. That's kind of new. Relatively interesting, too. The Sky Phoenix, that's not new. Crystalline. That's new. That's kind of shiny. I kind of like that. Spawn of Carcinus. Don't think I've heard of Carcinus. Relatively nice. Not my style. Very crab themed. Darkness beckons. I don't know the vibe I'm getting from this. I'm getting... The guy on the left is giving me kind of like aristocratic vibes. The guy on the right, don't know. And then you've got the Skull Trio. It is what it is. Bow Tie Benny. Okay. You've got Burnt Metal, which is a couple of paintings and some sails, and probably the wheel here. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Rock, paper, scissors emotes. And everything else has been here for a little while. Okay. So, let's sail on the seas, and I forget if it's Rama who's going to have more stuff, or if it's, Plunder Pass dude. Guy whose name I always forget. Blackwood? William Blackwood? I got there eventually. But yeah, one of the things that I want to do in Skull and Bones is get 3 more La Piqûre level 3s. Because I have a ship that is going to be Pestilence themed, and La Piqûre 2s are decent, the level 3s are better. And if anyone checks out the Satisfactory section of the stream, I cannot English. Fuck my life. But if anyone checks that out, I probably will finish off the steel chunk off stream and work on getting a couple of coupons and just let that run in the background. It's going to be exactly what's laid out already, kind of. I got tier 1 in my Empire thing. That's the other thing I've been working on in Skull and Bones, my Empire stuff. So we're not going to be collecting pieces of 8 today, even though they're going to be full up pretty soon. The whole Empire's net worth is in the neighborhood of like 60,000 pieces per harvest. Which on the one hand, really fucking good. But it takes almost an hour and a half to fully collect, so no, we're not doing that. That would be too long, and I want to check out other things. Also, I really need to make my I want more factories, and he's offering a factory, but I don't have money, which is a problem. What's flashing in my inventory? It's a treasure map. That's useless. Okay. First order of business, I kind of sank multiple times to watch the throne dude. So I kind of lost a bunch of my supplies and stuff at one point. So grill up some coconuts. Manage my cargo real quick. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. We got plenty of cannonballs. Transfer. 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 Open. The other thing I need to do is like what in here is taking up space? Okay, that's copper. I'm gonna transfer that to my cargo. What in here is junk? Probably a lot of things. These. Like, what the fuck are these? And then I've got so many just junk pieces lying around. Can't even use that anymore. Couple of animal hides. I think I can refine this stuff into bronze, which I can use to make more cannonballs.
Told you not to trust Skurlock. He's a snake. He could strangle even his own mother.
Yeah. Ooh, and it comes out as a nice number too.
Appreciate the patronage, Captain.
Hey, Blackwell, where'd you run off to, you little fuck?
Fancy a little work instead of
Blackwood. Okay, he doesn't give a shit. It's an issue. Ooh, Wailing Ward. Fuck off. Caronade! I've been waiting for these to pop back up. La Potence. Okay. This is pivotal because I have 2 Caronades and I want to outfit one of my Brigantine with, like, all of them.
One must forge alliances. Choose wisely.
Schematics for the Wailing Ward and Wrathful Ward. Oh god. Hit while bracing, Noxious Cloud is released, has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Reduces damage and crew stamina depletion from toxic attacks 50%. Reduces crew stamina depletion at start of bracing 40%. Okay, so I need to figure out how to get a lot of emerald pieces very, very quickly. Weak point applies taunting. Taunting charge on target. Taunt duration. Reduces reload time of piercing weapons 5%. Not sure that's particularly beneficial,
We are
especially
minded
considering
by
that's
our
major
enemies
furniture.
as well as our friends, if not more so.
Level 10s, I already own, so I don't need that. Yeah, but I need 3,000 for those. Okay. Now,
These outsiders want
before. God, what would I want to name that one? Change ship. Okay, this is Mortarian. Mortarian, well, okay, this ship isn't Mortarian. The one I've got selected over here is. That's going to be my La Potence ship. He's got the Wrathful Ward, I believe, equipped. Not the one that reduces poison damage 50%. I should get that armor, and then I can debate back and forth on that night and day. That's a snow. That's not the one I'm looking for. Did I do anything to this Brigantine? If I did, that's a problem. No. Good. Okay, manage ship. Weapons. Oh, nope. Ooh, wait, no. I've got 2 separate things of 2 Caronades. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, so that's 2 gun ports at the rear. 8 gun ports on each side, and 4 gun ports out the front. And these are Riptide and Flooding, and Brigantines are good with flooding damage. And then I can apply a Leopold 3 in the center. Increases damage 15% after a crew attack. Acceleration. Scoping station. Decreased reload time. Increased duration of flooding and blaze by 100. Reduces crew stamina depletion. Increases armor rating 200 while trimming. That could be good if I'm trying to charge people. Welcome back, Lisa. I am currently playing around with potentially outfitting a ship to be very dangerous in terms of flooding damage. Just playing around really quick with it, because torpedo. Ooh, Stormstruck. That's always useful. Restores 50% severe damage hitting a target with a crew attack. Increases crew stamina, crew ability. I'm not gonna. Okay, what do I got? Royal Custodian. This is Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones has been out for, I'm going to say, a year and a half. It's currently on season 3. It's a Ubisoft game. There was a bit of backlash when it first came out. There was a bit of a backlash when this first came out because a lot of people were expecting Skull and Bones to be Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but only the boat parts. And that's not what this game ended up being. So people were kind of upset, and I kind of understand where they're coming from on that front. But honestly, this game is pretty fun just as an arcadey type sailing, fighting type game. So whatever problems people have with the crew attacks and boarding and all that, I still view this as good fun. But I need a name for the ship. Is this my favorite game? I don't think it's my favorite game. That's a hard subject, even in terms of, like, if it's my favorite naval game. Because I will readily spend more time in this game, in terms of naval games, than probably any other naval game that I currently play. Because in this, at least, it always feels like there's something to do. I can either do the Pieces of 8, which is a fairly end-game thing. You can't even really interact with those until you reach Kingpin rank. You can always go around killing world bosses and trying to farm rare ship equipment and weapons. You can hunt merchant convoys for rare and exotic goods. There's quite a bit you can do in this game, and it always feels like there is something to do, which I like. Other naval games that I like, I mean, Dredge is kind of a naval game, but that's also very, like... Dredge is a very chill game. There's no combat really in Dredge. The other combat naval game that I play is Sea of Thieves, and everyone's heard of Sea of Thieves. Is streaming your passion, just doing it for fun? I'm a little bit of both, because I want to make a career out of streaming. It's also just a little fun thing I'm doing right now because I don't really have much of a following, so I'm trying to get to affiliate and all that. But as I was saying, Sea of Thieves is the only other one with combat that I really play right now. And Sea of Thieves honestly gets incredibly dull after a while, because in Sea of Thieves it's just rinse, repeat, spend 10-15 minutes sailing to an island, dig up a chest or kill some skeleton people, run off to 10 or 15 minutes islands away and sell some stuff, possibly get ambushed by other pirates along the way, and that's just a mess. And then, of course, Sea of Thieves has run into all kinds of server issues, and this is not helping me come up with a name. I'm just going to call this Poseidon for now, and That way I have a way to distinguish this one from the other ones. Thank you for the well wishes. But we are going to change my ship back to Balalaika, which is currently my strongest. And then I need to go to Tilok Panjara. Which is, oh shit, stuff popped up. Never mind, it's not useful. That's cutthroat cargo. Anything over here that's useful? Do I have that lumber? I have that lumber. Fuck me running. Thank you for the offer, but I'm going to pass on joining that. I've had too many bots in here. I'm sorry. I just don't trust anything at this point. There's a certain number of... Oh, fuck, that's the one I want. Are you good? Are you... Oh, here's... Ooh, that's a big one. Activity is full. Opulent opportunity. Goes right past them. I am not a bot. That's exactly what a bot would say. You don't know how sophisticated these things are. Or maybe you do. I don't freaking know anymore, man. Nothing's real. Cake is a lie. Look, it's nothing personal, really. Whether you're a bot or not, especially if you're not, like, I just can't trust links and random entities surfing the web. It's something you got to be careful about. So I need to get to Tilak Banjara so that I can do this next leg of the mission. Because I really want to see what this is like and get to the end here and just have a riot. But I think I was going to add, in terms of naval games, there is one that I used to play that I really want to get back into. It's called World of Warships. It's a fairly popular game. I actually got really far in it in terms of researching ships and getting progression. Problem being, the devs kinda suck. By the devs suck, I mean they do not care about anything except aircraft carriers and submarines at this point. And in a game about warships that are typically in the World War I, World War II era, having submarines that go 30 knots, which is entirely unrealistic, and aircraft carriers that seem to have a portal to the warp where they just summon planes from whatever hell Korn set up for them. That's just... It stops being fun. Do you have a mission, or do you not? You do not. Okay, so we gotta go see Rama.
Captain, my scouts report that you were ambushed at Jiang Ning's hideout. Coincidence. Zhang must have learned of your meeting through an unscrupulous rogue. someone who stood to gain from both your deaths. What's done is done. This is no time to lose focus. With Jiang Ning revealed as leader of the Phoenix's talent, both sides now face each other in open warfare. This is our chance to strike, Captain. When Dragon and Phoenix are crippled, we will speak again. Stubborn little thing. So hard to kill.
The Raging Inferno. After learning of Li Tian... Fuck off. LTN's plans to attack Commander Zhang, Rama seeks an opportunity to exploit information, target Phoenix Talon commanders to learn of her plans, launch final assault on Commander Zhang.
Get it done.
God, I can't English. God help me if I have to Chinese. Fuck off.
Don't overlook them.
Uh,
Our stories capture the whole world.
oh, I need help. Oh, I need so much help. I'm going to like dip into my... I need to go down the other way, don't I? Fuck.
My fear increases each day.
Definitely going to end up playing this a hell of a lot more over the course of the week, just curb stomping the bosses. Can I talk to you? And like, do you have anything particularly interesting? Hunt? No. Open black market. Secondary damage of ballista. That's the Dardanelle. Fatana. Oh, that's rockets.
This
Never mind.
better be worth my while.
The ability to craft Royal Custodian armor. Do they know how easy Royal Custodian armor is to come across? Like, that blueprint isn't worth 1,000 pieces of 8, let alone 10. Are you nuts? And these are the La Piqûres too. I want the 3s. Which means that I need to go after freaking La Peste. Going to dip down into the smuggler's hideout because I need to check on my production so that I can get that running a little bit. By the way, stream may or may not be running a little bit, well, my playback might be running a little bit behind where chat currently is, so if it takes a while for me to answer any chats, just know that it's not you, it's my playback, and I apologize. The book is over here.
Selamat datang.
1,000 Blue Lotus opium. Let's see how much shit we can make out of that. we have to Nope, it's all right freaking... Oh, that's up. There's a dragon over there. Alright, let's sink some commanders. And possibly get people to help us kill a sky dragon. So I do want to kill the sky dragon. I'm gonna say one more of the Heaven's Fury, whatever, guns. Heaven's Mandate. That's what they are.
Dragon and Phoenix clash. Kingpin's scheme against ordinary pirates.
Okay, and the dragon... Ooh, yeah, someone's fighting it.
If only this bloodshed
Or they're at least close enough to trigger it. Rumpa ships. Okay, no one's fighting Retribution anymore. That's a problem.
Get those sheets down!
Yeah, fucking A. Oi, fuck off. Tell me you got nerfed. Please, for the love of God, tell me you got nerfed. Oh fuck, that's going to... Mother of Jesus. Nope, he did not get nerfed. Okay, need to leave. Bad. Oh, we're gonna die here. Hey, Ubisoft, I think your dragon still needs to get turned down a little bit. Ow. Okay, I want to get my stuff. And I want to get the fuck out. I want to get the fuck out. Don't come after me. I want to get the fuck out. Leave me alone. Oh, shit. Thank you. I'll be taking that. Goodbye. Don't care. Hasta luego. Fuck you. How much time is on the Shadow Beast? 10 minutes. Jesus fuck. Yeah, hey, you know, if I can just, like, kite around the thing, that'll be fucking great.
We've hit it hard, Captain! It has got something!
Oh, no, it's doing the lightning thing.
The beast is weakening!
Oh, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. All of the fuck off. Don't even think about it. Don't even freaking think about it. The first time this came out, I could almost solo the Elder Shadow Beast. Like, it was a pain, but I could almost solo it. And I actually could. It would take me like 4 or 5 lives, but I could do it. And now the thing is just so powerful, it's like, don't even fucking bother. It's already shooting. Fuck you!
I can't believe it. The Rumpa's tales were true.
And there's all this stuff. What the fuck is going on here? You see, this is more what I'm talking about. Like, this is like, Have you run away from the fucking shark, you piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I don't even know where you are, but fuck you. Okay, who's fighting Zhang? How many? Oh, fuck, that hurt a lot. I'm dead. Ah, ha, ha, ow. Mm. So, I wanted to make a ship that could kill those. I was kind of working on it at one point. And like I said, I want more Heaven's Mandate. But that thing. That thing is a problem. And now it's taking forever to load. I'm gonna grab a mint. Just gotta go all the way back to my loot. Okay, they did not kill the divine monster yet. Oh, he's using the little ship. That's cute.
Captain! It's the Shadow Beast! What is that thing, Captain?
ends in like a minute. Yeah, you're not killing it in a minute. Much as I may want to. That thing is going to go away in like 10 seconds. Apparently not before sneaking in one final shot. What the fuck, man? Yeah, everyone and their mother is over here now trying to get these commanders.
We'll be swabbing the deck with your blood!
Well, one of those was DMC.
We know where Tianling plans to mount her attack on Jiang. This could be our chance
You
to take
inbred
them both down
bastards are done
to
for!
Perhaps I was wrong about Tianling. She fights tyranny and craves freedom, just like a true pirate. But the Emerald was right. Her actions cannot be left unchecked. Otherwise, the Indian Ocean will.
Fuck you. Hey there, tiny boy. How's it going? I just heard weird music. That's not alarming. Yeah, Divine Retribution's coming back. That I already have. That thing just sucks. All those I already have. Yeah. I need to check my ship that I'm going to end up using to kill those dragons and see about its stats. See if it can actually, like, fight that one. Because I think it can? Yeah. Decent chunk of supplies anyways. Might end up going for another 20 minutes or so, but then I've got to go.
Your vessel handles right smooth, like it were a
Do this. I'm going to just repair it real quick before anything else happens. And then we run our way up to Rama.
Disrespect Laksamana.
Everyone is looking at you these days. The stories of your heroics enthrall the masses.
Okay, now we complete Raging Inferno. I'm already done the Smuggler's Pass, so honestly, I don't know why it's still giving me points. Take down Li Tiangning as she launches her attack on Commander Zhang.
I'm trusting you.
The Dragon and the Phoenix.
I hope to see you soon.
Heir to the throne. That's the easy one. Ties of Terror. No one's doing it. Flames the Phoenix. Got no one. Glorious Phoenix. Got nothing. Yeah, Captain Apak. He's trouble. But Li Tiangning should be easy enough. Apak has a mortar, and if you're in range of that mortar, and it's got a wide area of effect, It will one-shot you. His entire ship is spec'd out so that that one piece of equipment does the maximum amount of damage. It's a lot like the dragon's attack, except you can actually dodge the mortar.
Steel yourself, Captain. You cannot let this wave of chaos overwhelm the Indian Ocean.
Tianling's intentions may be righteous, but their actions threaten to unravel everything we built.
Don't get in my way.
One of those phoenixes doesn't worship! Let's eat Yanita's ship! Be careful of her flame!
Battle junk fighting Li Tiangning.
Eat Yanit! She needs the phoenix's talent! Eat Yanit will feel the sting of
I'm leaving fire on my mark!
Fucking DMC ship getting in my freaking way.
Your luck will not hold up! The sea will be your grave!
Hey there, Lee. How's it going? Like La Bombas?
Yourself! We're going down!
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell happened? But she died. What the shit? She sank. She died. She was gone. Hell. What is this shit?
We shall strangle!
That's it!
You'll be food for the dogs! There with his way! Outward!
Stay!
Blow the cannon! I see you have studied my tactics, High
We're gonna fight our way out of here. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we're just fighting our way out. Maybe go a little bit to the north. Oh, there's Apak off on the left. Demise. I love just cruising the ocean and finding a bunch of, like, ruined ships. Sinus string, a hung ye pow. You guys are gonna aggro on me, aren't you? You know, if you're just gonna fight me anyway, I'll fucking take the fight to you. I don't fucking care. Yep. I was a little bit too slow. Come on, you little shits. Why have a group of ships patrol a dock that tightly? Like, I'd get it if they stayed on the other side of the island and it was a problem for over there. But they just patrol around and it's like, we're gonna be a bother to you for like 5 minutes. Repair. Fast travel. Now we go back to Tilak Panjara and we talk to Rama and we see what she has to say about resolving this conflict. Ooh, which one was the whirlpool? Was that Scylla or Charybdis? Charybdis was the Hydra, wasn't it? Or no, was Scylla... I'm gonna have to look that up. Because that would be a good name for the ship that I'm going to have all Riptide guns on. The Carronades. Then, the best part is, if I get that ship to maximum level, it will do so much flooding damage.
Did you tame the rowdy?
And flooding damage is relatively hard to heal from, so that's, like, fun as fuck.
What you want about? I think I would remember meeting a prissy-eyed pirate like yourself before.
Right, you are still not giving me missions.
Outsiders want blood.
I'm wondering if I gotta get to like a specific point in the story. Like, why is he not offering the missions that the main thing says he should offer? But anyway, Rama should be giving us a blueprint or some shit about that now. Ooh.
The sky goddess thought herself above us. Her ambitions now lie at the bottom of the very sea she sought to tame, and who best to claim the credit for her defeat? While you sowed chaos on both sides, I was in talks with the Emperor, pledging to do what Zhang could not. You played your part well, pirate. As I said, Zhang must have trailed you to Tianling's hideout. Besides, I warned you not to trust her venomous words. I saw the pieces before me. This was our best path forward. Now we claim the Emperor's favor. Now we both reap the spoils of this war.
Oi! Out of my way!
You.
How goes the war, Admiral? Kill enough pirates to tip the scales yet?
This is the company you keep. I should have sensed her twisted grip upon your shoulder.
And I should have known you would sacrifice anyone to aid your rebellion, including a pirate fighting for freedom, just as Tianning did for Freeman. Anything to beat a tyrant, eh?
I do not need to justify myself to a drifter. You may call me desperate, but I know a lost cause when I see one.
That's not what we call you behind your back, Admiral. The Moon Smoke Queen is free to wield power as she sees fit. When the time comes,
There's some
I
drama
really
here.
know where your true allegiances lie. Come on, Captain. Like Tianning, our usefulness has clearly run its course.
There's some backstory there. I like that we're finally getting more of her her stuff. The Phoenix Talons. If I head down this way, this should take me relatively close to, yep, these guys. Do I have stuff in the refinery? Why are you glowing yellow?
So you've met Admiral Rama, fiery woman. But beware, danger
Nope.
follows her everywhere. You've made this personal hell a bit more bearable.
Blacksmith. Past him.
The Admiral didn't got you?
Craft new items.
He must like you very much.
Okay, there's Heaven's Mandate, which I can craft. Kinda sucks, which is why I don't want to craft him. I want to beat the dragons for him. The Phoenix Talons. There we go. 18 strikes. Now these are demi cannons, so you just kind of shotgun it, landing 18 hits in a single volley. Instantly deals almost 2,000 burn damage. Effect deals 200% as much damage on a target with the ablaze status effect. Hits on a target cause buildup of the taunted effect, burning. And I mean, these are relatively cheap. Except for like the worm napalm. 4 jade statues. I mean, you get plenty of those just fighting Li Tiangning, whatever. Worm drive, easy enough. I'm just running out because upgrading ships also uses them. Lacquer, relatively easy. There's Skurlock's Chasers. There's Skurlock's Long Nines. Basilisk 3s.
That Stephen thinks he's one with the wind and waves. I'd like to make my foot one with his ass.
The Bane of 10 Suns. You know, I remember when the Great Spriggle 3 and the Twin Winch Ballista were the best. Yeah, Royal Custodian, the Black Prince, the Leviathan. Wailing Ward. Wrathful Ward. I can't make myself an horrible this armor. I already have one, but it's not particularly good. Stormwoven Symphony. I'm eventually going to make more of these, because I kind of think that this does relatively decent damage. But, you know, it is what it is.
I'm starting to like
Read Ill Tidings. Manage cargo. Where is whatever piece of paper they said I need to read? Do I not have it? Where is it? Transfer food to warehouse. That's food. That's going to the warehouse. That's casting sand. Read Ill Tidings. Codex. Outpost settlements, open seas, red factions. Oh, check your mailbox for an important letter. I'm dumb. Where's my mailbox?
If you haven't heard it from me.
F1. Captain, terms of service interfering with affairs of our members. Greater threat presents itself. Repeated sinking of an individual has forced us to realign priorities. They are under our care now. The more united we are, you have a high potential. We recognize your uncanny aptitude for greatness. Delicate matter, someone awaits you at our safe house with warning of coming shadow. Do not dally. At the ruins of Lukkun. Okay, we're just going to teleport there because I need to get going relatively soon. So this is probably going to be the last thing we do on stream. And then So, the plan so far is that I definitely am going to stream on Thursday morning at around 8:30. Now, I do have today off, and I do have Thursday off. I do not have Wednesday off, unfortunately. So later tonight, I'm going to be working on some stuff. One of those things involves Sea of Thieves. I may stream that if I'm feeling particularly ambitious. Probably not going to happen. But if it does, that would be somewhere in the like midnight to 2 a.m. tonight range. Eastern time. And then Thursday, probably around 4 a.m. No, not Thursday around 4 a.m. Sorry. Thursday at 8:30 a.m. I'll be doing something. Yet to be determined. Probably Satisfactory. Could be World of Tanks. Genuinely don't know. Friday morning at around 4 a.m. That's when you should probably check out my stream again. Because I've really got an itch to do more God of War Ragnarok. Okay, but before we leave, we gotta go down here and check out what the heck's going on. And we're getting a cutscene. This is great.
The Plague King, the Hubeck twins, the Emperor. They chase power blind. But you and I, Captain, we're not like the others. Your strength has been measured. It shall be called upon in the days to come. I have seen our true enemy. He rises from the deep, spreading chaos and shadows. When the time comes, we must band together or face a fate worse than death.
Yeah, you're going to give me a large ship. I want one of those big ones. I want a large class ship with like 16 guns on a side. Can we do that? I want something big. Yeah, and then Talons of Wealth, the Embroidered Heist. Oh wait, those are old quests. Never mind, fuck that. That hostile takeover's got people, that's got people, or rather that's crap, this thing, I already have it. That guy, he's probably going to sell me some stuff. I'm kind of interested that it was her popping up and not our like, co-pilot person, shipmate, whatever, first mate. But, you know, it is what it is. I am curious about her backstory and how it's woven into things. So I'm definitely looking forward to that more. But yeah. The stories in this do kind of take second fiddle to smashing world bosses and running around just guns blazing. Definitely need to check out my ships so that I can fight the Divine Retribution world event more effectively. Because I want to farm a couple more Heavens mandates But, yeah, that does it for today. As I said, I will most likely be back Thursday. Well, I will be back on Thursday. Odds of me being live tonight are slim to none. And then, yeah, Friday morning at around 4 a.m., probably God of War Ragnarok. So, until then, guys, take care, stay safe, don't do anything stupid, and I'll catch you around. Ciao.